Hey folks, today we're diving into a nuclear tip diplomatic soap opera starring Donald Trump, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, and $1 billion that may or may not exist. Yes, it's the Middle East edition of Who Wants to Be a Superpower, where every contestant has missiles, grudges, and daddy issues. Let's rewind. June 21st, 2025. The U.S. bombs Iran's nuclear site in Fordan. Iran responds with a missile strike on a U.S. airbase. No American deaths, but a message is sent. Fast forward to now, and Ayatollah Khamenei says that strike was a slap on Trump's face, which, to be fair, is still not as painful as being roasted by Greta Thunberg on Twitter. Trump, not one to take an insult quietly, he fires back. I saved you, Khamenei. I stopped Israel from bombing your bunkers. I held back the world's most powerful military, and this is the thanks I get? Wait, hold up. Trump saved Iran from Israel? Why? And since when? According to Trump, Israel had their jets fueled, missiles locked, and coordinates set for Tehran, and he, the great peacemaker, ordered them to stand down. According to Trump, you know, like that scene in a movie where the villain is about to destroy the world, and suddenly the anti-hero says, not today, but instead of Batman, it's Trump in a red tie yelling at Netanyahu on speakerphone. Now here's where things get nuclear. Literally. Behind all the drama is a proposed deal, a quiet, behind-the-scenes civil nuclear deal where Iran would receive between $20 and $30 billion in investment, which sounds like a lot until you remember the U.S. Pentagon loses about $30 billion in spare change behind missile silos every fiscal year. In return, Iran would stop enriching uranium. No bomb making, just clean, peaceful nuclear energy, like what the UAE already has. But, plot twist, the money wasn't going to come from the U.S. directly. Trump wasn't going to Venmo Iran $30 billion with a memo that says, for not nuking Tel Aviv. Instead, the cash was supposed to come from Gulf states, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE. America's rich cousins with oil money and shared interests. Basically, hey, Riyadh, could you spot me $30 billion? I'll pay you back in sanctions waivers. Now, here's where it gets weird. Or weirder. At a NATO summit, a diplomat jokingly called Trump daddy, as in the one keeping Israel and Iran from tearing each other apart, as in sarcastic, daddy, says global deterrence like turning the Middle East into a family therapy session. Serious. Iran ran with it. Their officials said Israel hid behind daddy, while Iranian missiles flattened courage and exposed fear, which sounds more like the lyrics of an underground metal band than geopolitical strategy. But MAGA fans loved the daddy nickname. They even made merch, t-shirts, hats, possibly NFTs, because why not? At Confused, except then some of them hated it, because calling Trump daddy is fine at rallies, but weird when printed on baby pink tank tops. Iran didn't stay silent. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Trump's comments were indecent, disrespectful, and unacceptable. He warned that millions of Iranians revere Khameine, and insulting him is like insulting the entire country, which is a bit of a stretch. Like saying mocking your cousin's weird uncle ruins Thanksgiving for everyone. But okay. Iran also said, we would have flattened Israel, but they ran behind daddy. Again, with the daddy metaphors. Freud would have had a field day. Trump, furious with Iran's response, reportedly scrapped the sanctions relief. That means the $6 billion in frozen Iranian assets staying frozen. The promised sanctions rollback off the table. The $30 billion investment from the Gulf? Yeah, about that. It might not have existed in the first place. It's like promising your ex a vacation to Bali while canceling the flight and telling them it was their fault the beach never happened. So, where does that leave us? Trump wanted a big foreign policy win. Iran wanted nukes and sanctions relief. Israel and America wants Iran's nuclear ambitions crushed, and I think we also want the same. And the Gulf countries, they just want everyone to chill so they can keep making money. Instead, we got playground insults, canceled deals, and daddy-branded merch. Because nothing screams stable world order like billionaires and ayatollahs throwing shade across time zones. In international diplomacy, words are weapons. And lately, those weapons are being fired like tweets at 2 a.m. We're watching an era where memes and missiles share the same stage, where one man's slap is another man's saving grace, and $30 billion deals can disappear faster than a TikTok trend.
So if you were hoping for peace, logic, and grown-ups in charge, sorry. The world isn't a boardroom anymore. It's a group chat with nukes. Thanks for watching. If you learned something today or just enjoyed the emotional roller coaster, hit that like button, drop a comment with your take, and subscribe for more geopolitical drama, sarcasm, and occasional sanity. I'm Kat, and until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never call your president daddy in public.